Good morning, gardeners. This is Paul. Let's talk about jade stem rot or rot, the causes and the treatment. As you can see here, I call this Crassula a common jade. Not really sure what the cultivar or variety is, but it's been rotting for a bit. And this most likely is due to overwatering or cold weather. So you can see it's been rotting for a while, but believe it or not, you could actually just take a cutting like that and plant it. It's gonna do fine. So you can see it will start to dry up and shrivel up, and that's a bad thing. In addition, it could also be from poor drainage. Could be from a pathogenic infection. Could be from root rot. But again, I think this is most likely due to our cold winter. So you can see I just broke that piece off. And what this plant does, I think I'll be able to save it. We'll cut it out in a minute. But you can see it already has all these babies here that have fallen off that you can easily propagate. Now, if you look really carefully, some have fallen off earlier and have actually rooted. So this one's totally rooted, or this one is not. So I'll probably just take this piece and I'm gonna amend the soil. I'll probably replace a few over here. You can see this one looks fully rotted out. That's what it looks like. There's a piece of trash there, sorry. So this is rotted down to the base. And again, this could be cold weather, or I'm gonna guess it's overwatering. But this is definitely rotted out. It's not gonna survive. Doesn't smell good either. However, this plant I think I can save. So in this case, I'll show you what I'm gonna do to treat this plant now. Hopefully we'll be able to save it. Okay, so first I wanna make sure that the roots weren't the cause of all this rot. And so I'm gonna carefully remove this rotted out branch. I'm kind of connected to this plant, so I have to be really careful. In other words, this is all one plant, not two. Go. So I didn't really get any of its roots off, but that's a good sign because it's not really rotted too bad down here, a little bit. So in this case, I'm gonna let it be and maybe add some, I'm not gonna do that right now, but I'll add some pumice and perlite, kind of give some better drainage in this area. And this plant should grow up in time. And now what's the other part of this plant we have to deal with is right here. So you can see that rot still in there. It's kind of dried out and turned corky, which is a really great sign. And there's new growth. So I'm just gonna use my pruning shears here. And this is hydrogen peroxide. I've already sprayed it, but I'll spray it again. So make sure your pruning shears are clean. Probably should actually use my grafting tool. But in this case, this will work. So I'm just gonna cut out some of this corkiness. That's a really good sign. The plant has already healed itself, so the rot doesn't look like it's spreading anymore. If it was fresh and mushy, like you saw on this, that's where it's still probably spreading, and that's a really bad sign. You wanna cut it out. Any of that you wanna cut out and remove until it's healthy looking flesh like that. But back to this little piece here. So in this case, I don't think I want to mess with it much more. I don't want any pathogens introduced to it, so I'm just going to spray it really well with hydrogen peroxide, and that should be good. So hopefully this will stop, not spread anymore. It's springtime now, so it's much warmer, but this plant is very happy now, as you can see. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but I expect this plant to have a full recovery. And again, I think the culprit was cold weather, but I really think that there needs to be better drainage here. You can see I amended the soil a little bit with topsoil, but down low, the soil's still really moist. See that? And this is our native soil. It's actually a lot of decomposed granite here in this area. So it definitely looks like the cause of this rot is most likely just either cold weather or soil that just needs better drainage. So in my opinion, if you want the healthiest jades, Make sure you plant them somewhere like this. If you're gonna do it outdoors with plenty of drainage, as you can see, it's on a wall, and very soft soil with plenty of aeration. Very loomy, that's what you want. All right, give us a like and a subscribe, and take good care of your jade plants. All right, have a great day.